I think I need to delete Instagram, like, for good. Not my account, but the app itself. Like, I still want to post on Instagram, I just don't want to have constant access to it. And I want to figure out a way to do that. At the beginning of the year, I just used it on like Safari, and that was good for a little bit. I feel like that actually did help me not really use it that much. Um, but I feel like when I tried that again, because when I was away in New York and I was just meeting so many people, and so it just kind of made sense to download the app back so I could easily follow people and stuff and whatever. But then I tried to delete it again and go back to just using it on Safari, but I feel like that time I ended up using it more on Safari than I did the first time I just used it on Safari. And so I don't think that's a good I don't think that's effective anymore. But I do think maybe just using it on my laptop would be good, you know? Because I'm not always on my laptop, and then I also need Wi Fi on my laptop. So I'll only be able to really be on Instagram when I have access to my laptop and when I have Wi Fi. And when I feel like pulling out my laptop, you know? So I feel like that would significantly decrease my time on Instagram because I still love Instagram. I love social media. I know everyone hates it, but I really do love Instagram. I feel like I still get a lot of joy out of a good doom scroll. I'm not gonna lie. The videos, I just love an Instagram reel. I love an Instagram reel. I think Instagram reels are so funny. At least my algorithm is. I don't know about y'all, like, but my algorithm is peak. So I want to still engage with social media, but I do really, really, really want to just have like a healthier relationship with it and stuff. So I don't know how I'm gonna figure that out, but I'm gonna figure it out. And I think I'm gonna delete Instagram tonight. Just cause I don't think it's doing for me right now what it's not serving the purpose I want it to serve. It's serving a different purpose, and I don't need the app while I'm navigating that. So I'm just gonna delete Instagram, I think, tonight. Yeah, I'll delete Instagram tonight. And yeah, that's just something that popped into my head. My thumbnail broke, and it really makes me really upset. Like, I just feel like all of my other nails besides this thumbnail is super long and cutesy, and well, some people would think this is actually quite gross, but I like when my nails are long. I think they're starting to get a little too long though, so I think I'm about ready to cut them down again. But especially because this nail broke, but it's just like, ah. And then I just feel like a a man. Like, I feel like I work in construction with this thumb. And there's no hate to anyone that works in construction. I think working with your hands is pretty attractive. But I don't want to feel like I'm digging in the dirt and paving cement when I work on my laptop. I beep boop beep boop, beep boop bop beep all day. I don't work with my hands, not in that capacity. So it's like why does my thumb look like this? You know? If my thumb looked like this and I was a man working in construction, yeah. I'm not a man working in construction. I'm a woman that works at a nonprofit. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's totally besides the point. I had a breakdown today, but I bounced back. A few things have been ringing in my head a lot recently. I'm kind of just like brain dumping. One being the same quote that Sarai and I were reciting the whole time we were in Paris, of just what did Kevin Gates say? When you change your perspective, when you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen. And I really think I changed my perspective. Or not I changed my perspective. I think God changed my perspective, obviously. But my perspective, I really do think has been changed. Because I feel like ever since everything went down 2 months ago in like March, I've just been constantly thinking like, why did that happen? Like, what was the purpose of all that? On a spiritual level, like, what was I supposed to be learning? What was that all about? Because I just feel like there's always a reason behind things. It may not be like a full-blown lesson you learn, but there's a reason that God allowed that to happen, you know? And so I'm like, God, why did you let this happen? I just genuinely don't understand. And I think I'm understanding now. How do I explain? I don't know. I just feel like my perspective has shifted. And it gives me a lot of hope for the future that I just think I'm realizing how bad my overthinking is, and how it leads me to making decisions that, or it leads me to just kind of assuming things that I shouldn't be assuming, and then making decisions based off of the assumptions and not based off of God or based off of what's in front of me. It's kind of based off of God, but it's like what I think God, like it's based off of my assumptions of God and not God himself. Kind of. And so I think I'm realizing where I went wrong in the whole situation, and it's hitting me like a ton of bricks, but at the same time it is kind of comforting in the sense that I understand now why my mind was just so frantic and could not be at ease in that situation. And now I'm like, okay, like if it comes back around again, then now I know how to handle, or not handle, but now I feel like I have a much clearer mind about the whole situation, and I can really give it my all and my 100%, you know. But then now there's also that fear of like, okay, but what if it doesn't come back around? Then I just missed out on, you know, something because of my stupid overthinking. But it's okay, because I had to, I guess I just had to learn the hard way, you know. And this was definitely the hard way. But thinking about that, of like the change your perspective, a miracle happens. And I feel like this hope, this newfound like hope that I have, in and of itself really is a miracle. Like, even if things don't work out how I want them to, and you know, things don't come back around and our paths cross again, I think this newfound hope in and of itself is still like a miracle. because my overthinking is just really bad, man. It's just really bad. And so I don't know. I'm hopeful. It's hard still. I literally broke down about it today because I was just like scared. I'm just like, what if I really missed out? Like, what if I messed up my opportunity, my chance? Because I didn't just have one chance, I had two, and I cut it off both times. So I really might have like, but I'm just like, I'm really trying my absolute best to remind myself, if it's meant for me, it's not gonna pass me by. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's truly meant for me, if this person is truly meant for me, like, it'll happen. And that leads me to the other quote that I'm really, really, really trying so hard to keep reminding myself of and really truly believe in is the thing I read in my study Bible the other day of love is persistent, always accomplishing its goal. And I'm just like, okay, if love is persistent, always accomplishing its goal, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay because the goal is gonna be accomplished. It may not be in the time frame that I want, but it's gonna happen. And so as I'm saying this out loud, I can feel myself being more at ease, and I feel like I'm getting more hopeful about it. But it's just really hard to remember that at times. So I'm really, really, really trying hard to remind myself of those things and have hope and faith that, you know, everything is going to happen as it needs to, you know, that God's will is going to be done. And yeah, just what's meant to happen is going to happen, and what's not meant to happen won't. So, yeah. And then also, lastly, I'm trying to be more loving. I feel like the past 2 months just put me in such a whirlwind, or not put me in. I've been in such a whirlwind the past 2 months. I feel like I've just not lost myself, but more so just kind of, I don't know, I just feel like I've been having really bad mood swings recently, and I really want to work on that. And I want to be more unconditionally loving to those around me. And so, you know, doing things without expecting anything in return. Putting myself, not even necessarily putting myself out there, but just like giving myself and offering my love to people without expecting them to return the favor, you know, or reciprocate that love back, because I feel like God does that for us every single day. And I want to be more like God, you know, I want to be more loving. And yeah, so that's it. I just want to get those thoughts off my head before I went to bed. I hope tomorrow is a good day, man. I think it will be. I think I might try and go and get some work done outside the house. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the library or just a coffee shop, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, that's it. Oof. I need to like do some stretches before bed or something. But that's it. That's all. Oof. I just cracked my back in a crazy way. Oof. Okay. Oh, that felt so good. Oh my goodness. People who don't crack their back will never understand. They'll never understand how good it feels when you get a deep crack. Oh my goodness, that feels so... Like, I feel like I could just melt into my bed right now. Okay. Anyways. Whew. Today was a whirlwind, man. Today was a whirlwind. I don't even know, like, how to describe just all the emotions I was going through today. I felt so... I was good this morning. Woke up. It was on my mind. But I was like, let me get in my word before this really gets to be too crazy. I made breakfast, went outside, sat outside for a hot minute, reading my Bible, annotating, all that jazz. And it was so peaceful, but it was really hot, but it was really peaceful. And then came in, started getting text messages and so many emails, and my boss texting me and all this stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta lock in. It's time to lock in on work and all these things. Then I had to go physically to work, and that was actually not bad at all. It was actually pretty good. I feel like I'm actually starting to make a difference in these kids' lives. So that was nice to be able to experience. And then I just got home and I broke down. I don't know, man. And then now I'm feeling much better. Still kind of dang, but I feel much better than I did when I first got home. So I don't know, man. Today was just kind of all over the place, but I'm gonna go to bed. I have some food in my stomach, so that's good. I'm gonna go to bed, and hopefully I wake up tomorrow energized, motivated, change perspective, you know what I'm saying? So a miracle can happen type beat. And yeah. I really never know how to end these video diary things. I just don't know. Excuse me. But I'm gonna just go ahead and click the button now.